you know, have a fire safety route for that house. Try to get fire ladders installed, which is another thing that we are going to try to work with.
What is a fire ladder?
It's a metal ladder that is attached to the wall underneath a window. You're able to throw the ladder over the window if you need to get out and the house is on fire.
Now, is this one of those things that kind of rolls up? I've seen it
Yes.
has a chain on it, perhaps, and it has like you said, a hook that hooks onto the side of the window, and then kids can get out that way.
Yes.
How long are those? Are they pretty long?
I think they're probably between 5 and 6 feet. I think at the end you do have to jump up.
Okay, but at least it gets you out the window and
Right.
into somebody's arms, hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a good thing to have.
Right, and our kids and my in-laws, we didn't have the fire ladder, and the children were trapped from the way the fire happened. The backside of the stairs were on the backside of the house, which caught on
Right.
fire. There was no extra exit. They thought, you know, I'm sure the children being 4 and 6, they weren't going to go down the steps with the fire flames, which most children are.
Right.
So I think with the safety village teaching the children, you know, get on your hands and knees and get out, or go through a window is a great thing. Because my children had never had that education, so I really think it would be a great thing for
So I'm
other
going to guess
children.
you're going to help in part of the lessons planning, I would hope, so give them some tips of things to think about
Yeah, if they,
and talk to
whatever
parents.
they need me to do, yes.
Okay, well, thanks for sharing that. I know that was,
Okay.
I'm sure that was very difficult.
It
Okay,
is hard.
folks. Okay, well, let's keep on going here. Again, this is a call-in show, folks. We're dealing with the topic of safety, but the children's education, let me get it right, Chautauqua Children's Safety Education Village. I wish you guys had shortened it way back. What were we thinking? It's located at the Bosey Center, the Hughes Educational Center in Asheville, New York, and it's on Route 394. If you guys want to drive by and have a look, probably some of you have been seeing it from over your shoulder. We have a caller. Good morning, caller.
And what a beautiful morning it is.
Thank you.
We better cherish them because I have a feeling it's coming on towards the winter.
Yeah, it is.
Although we have fall to get through, thank God for the colors and so forth. Anyhow, I have a couple questions. I didn't get to see the very beginning of the show, so it might have already been discussed, but the village.
Yep.
Is this a village open? What are the hours? Is it all the time? Is it a camp-like place, or do the children just come for the day?
Okay.
What is what? That's it.
All right, let's take that question first. Go ahead, Terri.
Well, it'll be open during the daytime. That's when we will have buses of children coming in for different portions of the education there. We definitely want it to be open to the public, and we'd be glad to give tours of the village. And different grandparents have asked, you know, when my grandkids come in this summer, can we bring them up here? And yes, definitely, we want the community to feel a part of this.
Probably by appointment for the most part,
Yes,
for liability purposes.
right.
Anything else on that?
Yes. I have a fear of fire. I always have since I was a small child. I don't know. Something must have happened. But anyhow, when I had children in the house that were sleeping on the second story, I had the two bedrooms with children in them, and I had the ladders, but I never kept them hooked to the windowsill. They came in little suitcases.
Oh,
And I just made sure the suitcases were placed underneath the windowsill,
great idea.
so that in case and the children were told how to use them. In case anything ever happened, they wouldn't have to go hunt for them. They'd be right there at the windowsill and could use them.
I'll bet 95% of people don't even know about what these ladders are. The first time I ever saw one, my daughter had one for her apartment, which sounded a little different than what you were talking about, Penny. But it's a great idea. Any other questions for our guest?
No, I think this is a wonderful service. The only thing you have to worry about, in my opinion, is you do all these things, but yet when there's an actual fire, will the children remember or will they panic?
My experience has been from what we've been getting reports from other safety villages up in Canada, that yes, in fact, they've gotten letters of testimonials where actually like the 6-year-old daughter, for instance, wakes up the whole family, or they demand that they do that rescue plan of how to exit the house together and have a meeting point, and it's saved lives. Terry, do you have any feedback on that yet?
Yeah, exactly. We've heard from other villages statistics.
Now, after your children the children come and go through these skills and so forth, are the parents there with them so they know what the skills are being taught? And do you recommend that they do review type things at home?
Yeah, we do recommend that. In fact, we are working on a fire escape plan that each kid will have to go home and work with their parents to design an escape route for their home, and that paper has to come back to the teacher. It's part of their homework, and so we really want to involve the parents. They have to be involved, and really kind of hold them accountable for seeing that this happens.
Well, I think what you're doing is a wonderful service to the community, and if it saves but just one child's life, it has been well worth it.
Absolutely.
That's
I know
right.
that's Joe Gerassi's philosophy from the very beginning, and
Right.
the rest of the group. Okay, thank you, caller.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm trying to remember where we were at. So we were talking about safety and so forth, but let's talk a little bit about that. Where did this idea come from, and why don't you talk about Canada a little bit? I know that there's other safety villages. What's that all about?
There are several safety villages in Canada. I visited one recently in Chatham, Kent, and we've taken a lot of ideas, a lot of curriculum ideas from them, and as far as I know, that this village is the only one in New York State, and there's only a handful scattered about the United States. So the fact that this is, in our own backyard is huge, and I don't know that our community really realizes that. And of course, some people have thought it's been a part of BOCES and them doing some hands-on building and that, and
Right.
out there been, but it's part of our purpose to make people aware of exactly what it is and the importance of it.
Penny, you've had a chance to visit the village. What do you think so far?
I think it's pretty awesome.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing.
When they put the blacktop down, was it last year? It was like all of a sudden it popped, it all came together
Right.
and so forth. But I just can't wait to see the kids there. Now,
Right.
there's been some events this summer, hasn't there? Have you been involved with that at all? Or?
No.
Okay, well, tell us about the events this summer.
We did have a cycling clinic, and we partnered with Hollyloft to make this event happen, but we had several kids from the area come in, and it was kind of a mini camp. They came Monday through Thursday, and then Thursday evening they had a big ceremony, award ceremony for the kids. But the kids came there and they learned all about bicycle safety. They learned proper fitting of their helmets. They learned how to ride throughout the village, which was exciting to see some kids on there, obeying the school or the street signs, and learned their hand signals and so forth. And a guy, Ron Rosenberg, came in and taught the kids how to change a tire. And Steve Schwebka from the city council,
Sure.
he came and talked with the kids and talked about parts of the bike and so forth. So it was really an educational
It truly
week
is
for
education.
them. Definitely. It was fun for the kids, but there was a lot of classroom time and so forth. So, but at the end of that, Hollyloft's riders, which I think number close to 200, came up, some of them, and rode with the kids, and that was just like a big, huge thing for the kids.
Okay, folks, remember I told you the show's going to go really fast. We were down to the last minute and a half. We're with Terri Kindberg and Penny Echard from the Children's Safety Education Village down at the Hughes Educational Center, BOCES. Let's go with Penny. Penny, any last comments or thoughts about what's going on with the Safety Village?
It's just a great idea. If anybody wants to help out, I think Terry's looking for lots of volunteers in any
Good
way.
segue there.
It's, get the kids out there, get them educated. Let's try to save a child's life.
Absolutely, great. And Terry, we'll give you the last part.
Well, thanks. I just hope that this program helps to make everybody aware of what the village is about, and then our, main goals are about the children in our community, and it's about helping them and saving their lives and educating them. And like you say, you can't put a price on a child.
Not at all.
I have 4 beautiful children of my own, and I can't imagine, you know, losing one to a tragedy
Not
like
at all.
Penny's been through.
Right.
Or so the fact that we can be a part of that, and it's free to all the kids, you know, we hope